Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. This article that I have here is from Ukrinform, which is a Ukrainian media outlet, and it has a very bombastic claim. And before I start reading it, it's a short article because it's very informative. I will use first a little story. One day, I think it was a skeptic guy, and this skeptic guy read the Bible, and after he read the Bible, he wrote at the back, on the last page, a very interesting story, if true. So the same here, a very interesting piece of news, if true. So let's see. By the way, that skeptic was not me, okay? So, Ukrinform, from 17th of December 2022. This is what these guys claim, right? Ukraine army advancing towards Svatove Kreminna, Haidai says. So the armed forces are advancing in the direction of Svatove and Kreminna. That's according to the head of the Luhansk Regional Military Administration, Serhiy Haidai, Ukrinform reports. And I'm quoting, the armed forces are advancing in the direction of Svatove Kreminna slowly, but we are moving forward, end quote. The statement reads. Haidai emphasized that the enemy is terrified by Ukraine's precision strikes on the positions deep in the rear. I think that's where they have a pain. As Ukrinform reported earlier, the Russians failed to keep their promises to restore local enterprises in the occupied Luhansk region. On the contrary, they have been looting them and dismantling equipment for scrap. So, if you want to know or if you want to know or prove that someone is lying, you're going to find out that looks at the world or situations or individuals in the black and white, or at least isn't accurate, maybe not really lying. So the same here, when the Ukrainians speak about the Russians and vice versa, they use, but in this case the Ukrainians, they use the most vile terms to, and understandable, I'm not defending the Russians or anything, but you can just imagine, okay, the Russians are rapists, they are looters, they are drunks, they are child molesters, they are war criminals, they are Nazis, they are arsonists. Look at anything that can come to your head as the a term that indicates a negative connotation of something, or the Russians did it, the Russians are on it. I mean, what else? Gangbangers, whatever, I don't know, drive-by shooting, all these things, we're done. But the problem is when you reach that point, all you can do at that point is just repeating the same terms. And while you repeat it, the impact on people's, impressions or, psychological impact is decreasing with each repetition. That's why the Jews don't want Hitler to be used too loosely, because he loses the negative pure evil position, and if you use it too often, is like printing more money, which is inflating the currency, which means inflation right there. So they don't want to use his. And the same with the Holocaust. Why do you think they feel because it's not like ours, we are the rest cannot happen? Okay, well, whatever you want, I don't care about that one anyway. So here is the what these guys report. I know that the Russians actually are conducting offensives in Avdiivka, Bakhmut, Novopavlivka, and Liman, and sometimes Liman and Novopavlivka come and go, and it's only Bakhmut that stays, and Avdiivka. But anyway, this is what Haidai said, must be true. He's a Ukrainian, so he's the good guy, and the bad guys are just looting and losing. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.